See, now these tracks are starting to be a lot more common here. Yeah, this seems like definitely they work on the European map a lot more than the Rainport. Actually, the Rainport was all about just the visual stuff, and maybe that is why it was so heavy. But Felsbrunn still looks pretty good and have a lot of nifty things in it as well. And runs a lot better than Rainport, that's for sure. But so far I don't have that many vehicles, that's true. So we'll see how well it will run when I have more vehicles. And how well it will run when I have like 3 workers at the same time. Because you know, on Ravenport it was causing issues, especially if one of them was plowing or cultivating. So yeah. Okay, so now we are pretty much saving the money for the line spreader. I never spreaded the lime after I was already sowing, so we'll see if that will count or not. I'm actually curious about it. I guess we will see soon enough. Should have taken the other way, but whatever. There are no cars here. Oh, he's on the bridge, the train. Oh yeah, the train stopping is actually not a bug. When you switch to it, he will eventually stop. And he will just stay still or eventually start running again. So yeah, it's not bug, it's actually by the design. I also asked the devs about that. See, I'm asking a lot of stuff for you, or for myself. Okay. Yeah, I decided I will go with this one this time around. Extension, make small and big. Yes, we want the big one, and spelling discs 6 meters and vice narrow tires, or let's go with the standard. Yeah. Yes, we definitely want it. Because we definitely need to spread some lime. Because both of my field now needs lime. Later on we should really think about buying a plow as well. Or subsoiler. Or something like that. I think I saw something that I wanted instead of plow. What did you hear? Yeah, this one, but it requires insane amount of horsepower. Can be used instead of plow, yeah. I think I use it subsoiler, but I don't know. Yeah, I need a lot of horsepower for this bad boy, so subsoiler is probably my best bet later on. Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely my best bet. Alright then. Hello, Track. Nice to see you. I know after what is the track design, but I never saw track with like similar tipper on it. Yeah. You know what is the design? Seems kinda strange, but whatever. Yeah, before we finish the harvest, do I actually have enough money for the line? It's another question. I guess we'll see. And what is the closest place where I can get lime? I guess over there. Or bite. Okay, we can always bite. Is the lime station from lime like same, more or less? If you buy it from lime station then buying it over here. I wonder about that. Yeah, hopefully this guy will be enough to pull it. But I don't know. Okay, so these have like 1400 capacity. So let's see. The lime pellet. Oh, wait a minute. It's the back. Okay. 2k, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Oh, we actually have to be... Yeah. From this side to refill it, okay. Interesting little thing, but realistic pretty much. Oh, tag mixer. Or mix track. Excellent. Distances 30 kilometers per hour zone. Yeah, I'll tag over here. Oh, no room for it. There are nobody there. Nobody can report me to the cops. I bet Simon Gerkhan is somewhere lurking. Yeah, probably most of you don't even know what I'm talking about. It's from the TV show Cobra 11. A very popular show back here in the like early 2000s. I think it's still running, or is it finally, did it finally end? Did it have like 13 seasons or even more? It was... It was really long, to say the least. Yeah, it was ridiculously long. Okay, let's see if it actually counts or not. Yeah, it counts. Okay. This fills in his lime as well. I never ever seen a job for lime. Look over here, we got some fertilizing job. Fertilizing jobs are actually pretty good. I like doing those. There's shit ton of harvesting jobs. Jesus Christ. And the building jobs that will last forever and ever when they appear. But at least they are not bugs. Yeah, take it from this side. Something positive, right? At least they are not bugs. And now we actually properly see the lime texture and whatnot. It's also a bonus. Because you probably can see it best on the field that is cultivated or sowed. It's a really nice day. Maybe if I spend too much time in the dentist, I'll go home on my feet. Yeah. I mean, it's only like over 4 kilometers, it isn't that long. And the dentist is pretty much in the village. Of course, there I will go on the bus, but home I might go on my feet. But there are actually enough buses at the time, so probably I won't be forced to go on my feet, but I wouldn't mind it, to be honest. I always like going on my feet and taking these long walks home from the dentist back in the days when I was younger. Oh, good old days, right? And everything was simple. No, actually managed not to bump into him, which is strange. Where did I put my trailer? Should be somewhere over there, right? Oh yeah, over here. Did I sow my oats or not? Let me see, I don't remember. No, it was canola that I sold, okay. Could I remember we have no more canola when we are harvesting canola next time? Yeah, we have no more canola in the silo. I'll actually sell all the rests of my stuff later on. All my stuff, I mean my crops. You will get some good prices. I might do it off screen to not bore you with the driving back and forth all the time. I mean, I'm already doing a lot normally, but unfortunately that is something that you definitely can't have work to do. But if they implement it for like new game and whatnot, that would be really great. And that would mean like messing with the code and whatnot, and I do not like that very much. I mean, like, what was big for this game? John Deere, then pretty much addition of oats and cotton and horses. That's pretty much it. There wasn't anything that more interesting than that adding to this game. Yeah, definitely probably the 17 was the most interesting pretty much game overall, because they added shit ton of vehicles from the Axo company. Oh, again this bug with the HUD. I don't know why it's happening. I don't have any mods that could be causing this, so this is probably something with the base game. See? No, it's normal. No, it's normal. It's just the color, it doesn't really matter that much. It's still weird. But yeah, they added all the Axo vehicles. Massey Ferguson, Challenger, Fend, Valtra, you know, there was shit ton of vehicles. Also they added sunflower and soybeans. And it's actually mostly it. Or I think that, what was the other addition? There was something with the game mechanics, wasn't it? Oh yeah, the game mechanics, you're right. Oh, speaking of game mechanics, where are we? Yeah, in this game the crop destruction was added. It wasn't in the base game, it was mod, and also lime and weeds. In the previous game we got 3 fertilizer stages, which we could change from 3 to 1. In this one we got 2, which we can change, but I think 2 is actually fine. Yeah, it's pretty much between 1 and 3. Some people might say like 1 is too much. Some people like me would say like 3 was too much actually, and it was boring to fertilize 3 times, I know, even though you got the things for it. Also the oilseed radishes, where the fuck were all these oilseed radishes added? Was it 13 or 15? I'm pretty sure it was on 17, right? Huh. Yeah, that one is a little bit puzzling. Where the heck they were added? Or when the heck they were added? Which was the first game that had them. Yeah, I'll not risk and go with the cutter under this shed. It's just too small. Okay, let him work and I will work as well. But I still like this, of course, because we can use some more money. That's for sure. Hey there, buddy. Oh yeah, I haven't honked yet. This is OP. Oh yeah, the honks are not really that great now. The large tractor no more sounds like trucks and whatnot. It's annoying. But oh well. Whatever indeed. The slide for the kids over there. Oh, the slide over there. Everybody have slides for the kids. In the same slide. They must be shopping in the same shop, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, you could say like, what the fuck we won't go left straight away? But this is the fucking runabout, you know. You just can't do that. You always go right. And then choose one side and go further. That's how we drive for it. Yeah, got to allow the shadow updating, right? Yeah. Quote unquote light. It's really annoying when it goes in front of you and keeps updating the shadows. Yeah, beautiful, nice. Yeah, definitely seems like this map was more in development than the Raven port. You can see elevator, you can sell stuff in the grain elevator, east, train station mill, put stuff in the two railroad silos, and of course sawmill as well. In the Raven port there was only like, and this part of the map, only one, like train station or whatever it was called, where you can sell with the train, and of course, well, there was sawmill as well, I think, at least. But yeah, I never really transport the logs by train. Oh, a little birdie. I need to check the name in English for that bird. It's literally one of two birds that will come really early in the spring. And we really call him like symbol of the spring. Because pretty much his singing signalizes that spring is coming. By the way, the spring is officially here. Yeah. It was yesterday at 11 PM. So hooray, we have spring finally. Alright then. Yeah, it's like typical German house over there. We actually have similar houses, but they are also quite different. Actually really easy to tell which house is built from which era. Like the most similar houses in the villages are pretty much almost the same looking, with small differences here and there. And they are, I don't know from which era, I would say 50s, 60s. Then you got the 90s houses, which are usually bigger and might have different type of roofs and whatnot. And of course you got the modern houses from the well, modern, depends on who you ask, of course, from the 2010 and onwards. Yeah, I don't remember there was really that much house building in the 2000s, but after 2010 people really started building a lot more houses than before. Yeah, pretty much in the recent almost 10 years. Oh wait, this is fertilizer, right? The liquid one. So yeah, there is a lot of houses now, everywhere. A lot of new houses, and even more are going to be built. And these houses are usually a lot of similarities. Oh, I like how the river has the lime texture. It's kind of funny. Probably one of the main things would be they never have like, but pretty much they're flat. What is the name in English? Wait, what is that? Oh, I just got 3. What is the name for it in English? Jesus, can't remember. It's just such a common thing. Yeah, floor, right? Basically, all these new houses pretty much have just one base floor. That's it. No first floor, second floor, anything like that. Just one base floor, and also no basement. The only thing that they usually have is garage. Pretty much, or garage. Or I think it's pronounced garage, right? Yeah, it's the only thing they have actually in common. No basement, no first floor or second floor. I mean, sure, we do not have also any more floors in this house, just the base floor, but we got the basement. Basement have pretty much 2 rooms. For example, our neighbors have even bigger the basement, which consists of 3 rooms. 2 of them which are, well, at least, well, the first of them is pretty much probably even bigger than both our basement room combined. But the other 2 of their basement rooms are probably the same size as our ones. So yeah, but all these houses pretty much got basements. But we also got garage as well. So yeah, the only thing that we do not have is the first floor pretty much. Yeah, I'm not going to spread a little bit. And literally the only thing we don't have, but yeah, of course, sure, there are always exceptions. I mean, I can think of one right now. Like there was like one parcel which was owned by people who sold it. First, they split in half and then sold it to different people. On one side, you got the typical house that I was talking about, just like garage and the base floor, no basement or first floor or anything, or upper floor. Yeah, it's called just upper floor, but I don't need to call it first floor. And then on the other side, on the second split of the parcel, you pretty much have this large house. I don't know if you have basement or not, I would be lying, because you can't really see it when you go around it, but you definitely have at least one other floor from what I remember. Definitely have the upper floor. The house looks really big. It reminds me of the house that my friend's parents have. It's kind of funny. They built big house with the upper floor. They actually have. They do not have basement. The basement is actually pretty much built to be like the bottom floor. Then they have normal floor, the base floor, and they got the upper floor. And funny thing is, this house is really big, and they pretty much built because they can stay there, or just still children will stay there. But both of their children married, have kids now, and left. It's also kind of funny. Nobody will stay with them. Other thing is funny, they pretty much, the house is just too big. They literally never ever use their upper floor for anything. I remember the only time when we were using it for something with my friend was when we were watching combines harvesting on the nearby fields, because you will get a good view from the floor. But that's pretty much it. Alright then, thank you for watching. It was a wonderful session. It will be a little bit shorter, but I'll see you next time. Goodbye.